absolute certainty on how you go from hello to yes on what you're looking for.
Sean is a master. He teaches. It's not just about sharing the formula with you. It's about making sure that we learn.
I went from $100,000 in debt from law school to having no money and starting my own law firm on my credit card to selling it 4 years later.
Sean and I, we co-created massive victories in 2 unwinnable jury trials, which are recognized nationally now as top 100 jury verdicts.
To be even on the same track with you, who I respect and admire and love with all my heart.
Never again submit. You're not better and you're not less than any human on earth.
When you shared with us about the unblinded process and the mastery sales training, I just went, wow.
Sean will gain proximity to the most influential and powerful people. He will find out how he can grow their business, how he can help them personally. But the third thing that he does is the most important. Sean serves without an expectation of getting anything in return.
You have very, very high-performing colleagues.
22 years ago, you transformed my life as you did all these people's lives over the course of time. And I couldn't be more grateful. Let's hear it from Tony Robbins.
I don't see him as a lawyer, and I don't see him as a blind person. Someone who has subjugated his ego, who has taught me what serving really looks like.
You have this incredible ability to just have unconditional love for everyone, and that is just an incredible gift.
The moment you have been waiting for.
The American Blind Association is the first new face and voice of that association since Helen Keller.
Formula for formulas, which is exactly what I've learned from Sean. It's a language-based predictable model. We will have over 300 new sales meetings this month.
This superpower in the world that is attainable for you is the ability to influence people. If you believe that, say yes. If you believe that, say yes. Do you think that worked? I do think that worked. We got Laura and Jay's Heart of Influence coming on location, leaving your home state for a long time of Nevada, entering California, heading to Lake Tahoe, North Star Ski Resort right now. Bella Verita, who's here to explore the superpower of integrous influence.
Sean, we definitely have some growth-minded, heart-centered individuals for Laura Saklari and Jay Levine's Greater NJ Health and Wealth Heart of Influence. And first, coming from Hudson County, New Jersey, from practicing attorney to sports agent, then back to doing law IP work, has practiced trust and estate, real estate, and civil litigation, developing a practice with tremendous experience, knowledge, and outstanding reputation. Director of Hudson County Office of Business Opportunity, working with local city and state government to impact individuals and communities as a whole. Let's welcome to the show, Marquise Abraham.
Thank you.
Warm welcome to Laura and Jay's Heart of Influence. Hudson County is in the house, Marquise. That's what I'm hearing. And Marquise, Plato, the Greek philosopher, a dear friend of Laura, Jay, and Bella's, said, play a game with me for an hour and we will learn more about each other than we speak for a year. Marquise, this is a headline, fun fact to kick off this game to get to know each other better. Could be an adventurous moment, a proud moment, a surprising moment, shocking moment. It's a headline, not a story, Marquise, because Bella Verita has the Chuck Barris Gong, the Gong Show, if we go over a headline. But Marquise, what is your headline fun fact that would make us say, Marquise, no way?
Sure. I'm the proud dad of 6 boys, and obviously we tried for the girl.
So you got like the 5 players and the 6th man. That's what I'm hearing.
And somebody off the bench, definitely.
Marquise, where were you born?
I was born in Brooklyn, New York.
Nice. And made the Hudson County migration?
Yes, I did, like many people.
Let's go. Marquise, loads to talk about with Hudson County, but let's keep rocking for now. Bella Verita, Hudson County is in the house. Let's go.
Hudson County is in the house. Next, we're going to Belleville, New Jersey. Business and branch bank manager, leading a team focused on building relationships and opportunity with new and existing clients. 13 plus years in banking, using his expertise to ensure every client reaches their financial goals and every team member continues to rise, fostering holistic conversations that lay the foundation for both present and future success, personally, professionally, and financially. Let's welcome to the show, Calvin Valdez.
Thank you.
Calvin, warm welcome to the Heart of Influence, and please your fun fact.
Well, I'll say that before stepping into the world of banking, I had an incredible journey as a professional baseball player when I was younger. And I would say that the game taught me invaluable lessons about teamwork and power, strong mindset. I'm also a proud dad of two young boys. I'm a family person. I'm a proud husband as well, and nothing brings me more joy than spending time with them. So I also have a huge passion of for outdoor cooking. So there's just something special about firing up the grill and sharing a great meal and making lasting memories.
Love it. Calvin, where'd you play baseball?
My apologies, Sean. What was that?
I said, where did you play baseball?
Oh, back in the Dominican Republic, my homeland. I was picked to play with the Phillies for 2 summers. That's where normally they will start the school programs. And I mean, wish could have made it far further along the way in the journey, but proud of what I was able to accomplish back then.
I think maybe we lost Sean. Did we lose Sean?
I think
seems
he
like
froze. But Kelvin,
would be-
actually, Sean was a big baseball player, played at Columbia, so I knew he would pick up on your baseball history. Yeah.
Yes,
Okay.
most definitely. He would have played professionally if he did not lose his eyesight in the meantime. But yes, he definitely would have been drafted. So, Calvin, thank you and welcome. And are you ready to have some fun? And maybe we can come back to a baseball conversation later in the show.
Sounds like a plan.
Awesome. Let's do it.
Got me, Belle?
Yes, we got you back.
Awesome. Calvin, congratulations on all your success. Yes, a little tough spot going through the mountains. Come on, Belle.
Let's go. Next up from Longhorn, Pennsylvania, 9 years in the military, overcoming injury, pivoted to pharmaceutical sales, taking a $700,000 a month territory to $7 million a month in just 6 months. Secured NYC's medical approval for medication by presenting to 12 doctors focused on patient care and cost-effective over patients. Built his own company from 0 to 54 million and now has joined a $150 million medical device company aiming to scale to 300 million. Very impressive. Let's welcome to the show, Jay Pion.
Jay, what I'm hearing is that you know how to cause yes, sir. Congratulations. Thank you for the service to our country and for being a master of causing yes. And please, Jay, what is your fun fact?
I truly believe everybody should be a student of all. And, I'm definitely not a master of anything. But when I was in high school, I acted and I was in a few movies. The most notable one was with Robert De Niro and Jessica Lange. And I was 16 years old in that movie, and I played a boxer.
Super cool, brother. Well, welcome. And what movie was that?
Night in the City.
All right. Night in the City, Jay's causing yes. Student of all, Belle of Rita, come on.
Student of all, welcome, Jay, to the Heart of Influence. Next up from Totowa, New Jersey, registered dietitian for over 25 years in medical sales and service experience with various companies, currently under the Hackensack Meridian Health. 35 years in fitness, including bodybuilding, health, and fitness, and a proud dad of boy-girl twins. Let's welcome to the show, John Russi.
John, warm welcome to the Heart of Influence, sir. And your fun fact.
I gave a best man speech at a wedding to one of my best friends, and in the very beginning of it, I called his wife by his ex-fiance's name in front of 300 people.
John, that is, listen, dude, 8,000 people have been on this show. That is one of my top 5 favorite fun facts of all time. 8,000 fun facts, Sean. You're a top 5 all time, brother. Oof.
Good.
John is in the
But
house.
for the past many years, I can't embarrass myself more. Is
Yes.
you know.
Well, I love it. I love it, dude. I would love to hear all the stories, Bella Rita. Let's go.
I know you want to have so many questions, but we'll hopefully get to them later. Let's welcome from Whippany, New Jersey, a senior manager and an accounting firm specializing in managing benefits, tax, and financial for medical associations and healthcare communities. Active member of the Healthcare Financial Management Association and serves on the board of NJ Division. Supporter of the NFL and humanitarian causes such as animal welfare, children's rights, environmental, and social action. Let's welcome to the show, John Smith.
Thank you.
Yeah. And your fun fact, John.
Fun fact, I'd say I'm a diehard football fan. I played football since when I was probably 6 years old, all the way through college till I was 21. Built some of the best relationships I have with my friends, you know, sharing the field with them. I think it gave me great time management skills, being a student athlete and, you know, trying to get your degree and, you know, play football at the same time. I'm a girl dad. I have two girls, a 6 and a 2-year-old. And one of my 6-year-old loves to cook. So we love to make fresh pizza, you know, on the pizza oven outside. And I enjoyed, you know, spending time doing that with her.
Let's go, John. Awesome. And John, where'd you play high school and where'd you play college?
I went to high school in Warwick, New York. Small little town in apple picking
the home
country.
of like America's Last Drive-In.
Yes, correct.
And where'd you play in college?
Small private school out in Central PA by Hershey Park. It's called Lebanon Valley College.
Yeah, very cool, brother. And what position?
Fullback.
Awesome. John's in the house, Bella. He's cracking heads and let's rock and roll. Come on.
Cracking heads and rock and roll, and welcome John to the Heart of Influence. And next up from Jackson, New Jersey, leads retention, recruitment, and events for physicians across Bergen, Essex, Hudson, and Passaic Valley for Northwestern Medical Society of New Jersey, a strong background in healthcare, earned an MBA, and stepped into leadership to help bring back and engage physicians within the society on a mission to give physicians a voice, ensuring the support, resources, and connections to thrive both in patient care and beyond. Let's welcome to the show, Taylor Junta.
Taylor, warm welcome to the Heart of Influence, Taylor G. Levine, Laura Clary style, and your fun fact, Taylor.
Well, I'm from Jackson, New Jersey. I've actually been to 35 out of 50 states. I love to travel. I actually happen to be a triplet with 2 brothers, and I am not a parent, but I do have a niece on the way in May. So I'm excited about that.
Love it. Super cool. And if you can go to any state that you haven't been to yet, tomorrow, Alaska. Let's go.
Yeah, I would love to go.
Heli skiing coming up. Bella Rita, come on.
That sounds like a good time. Alaska, here we come. Next up, one of the partners of our show from New Milford, New Jersey, court-appointed realtor and team leader for the #1 large team at Caldwell Banker Ridgewood. 2024 International President's Circle recipient, ranked among the top 14% of real estate teams company-wide. Advocate for out-of-network surgeons with Caligari Recovery, and a proud member of Unblinded Elite. Devoted husband, father of 2, serving a community volunteer coach, and board member, raising nearly over $100,000 for local youth athletics. Let's welcome to his show, Mr. Jay Levine.
Come on, Jay Levine. Warm welcome assembling these New Jersey health, wealth, humans. And please, your fun fact, Jay.
Man, so many just run through my head when I speak to you, Sean. I'm going to go to an oldie but a goodie. So for those of you who don't know, I used to own a Verizon wireless cell phone store, and one of my #1 customers in the entire world, broken more Blackberries than anyone I've ever seen humanly possible, is Sean Caligari. That was a pleasure I had many, many years ago. And recently he found a drawer, like 18 years later, found like a drawer of cell phones that I still did not get back, FYI.
Yeah. And by the way, the stories behind the broken and missing Blackberries, they're even better than the fact itself. but that is in the tell all book later that we will co-create. Jay,
That might be for Marquise to talk to Marquise about potentially.
Yes. Shall we do the things, brother?
Let's go.
Let's go, Bella Rita. Come on.
Let's go. And the woman that brought us all together from Paramus, New Jersey, practicing law and rainmaking for other firms for 21 years, launched her own law firm last month in a matter of 2 weeks, developed an outside counsel subscription model for businesses, offering a flat monthly fee instead of the traditional hourly billing model. Advocates for surgeons and physician practices group to educate and help them recover money from out-of-network claims where insurance companies have been underpaid. Let's welcome to the show, Laura Siclari.
Laura, UNJ, growth-driven, heart-centered, integrous, committed to mastery. And your fun fact, Laura, please.
Thank you. I'll do a new fun fact. So when I'm not practicing law and doing everything corporate on the weekends, I like to go to a 250-acre property, a former dairy farm that my family has in the Catskills in Pennsylvania. And I like to ride quads and get muddy and do all those things.
Here's to cow milking, quad riding. We got this, Laura, and shall we do it?
We're ready.
All right. So let's introduce Laura J. and everybody, the woman that was doing the introducing. This woman started a career in influence, selling crafts on her parents' front lawn as an 8-year-old. By the age of 19, 3 words she put together that don't go together: teenager, network marketing, and 7 figures. Yes, $1 million plus business in network marketing as a teenager. Bella Rita did that. She then said, I could do something. So she started training Fortune 500 companies and entrepreneurs. In fact, in 2019, every sales team she worked with doubled their sales. She's a skier, surfer, scuba diver, adventurer in the most extreme of conditions. Maybe she learned it from a blind man, maybe from YouTube. Changes day to day. She's also a philanthropist that raised more than 10 million. Yeah, 8 figures, 10 million for charity in the past 2+ years. And in 2023, this about to be 3-time published author, publicly battled and defeated cancer. Let's welcome to Jay and Laura's Heart of Influence, the woman in her 1600th plus episode of this show. Yeah, 1,600. The woman that put the heart in the heart of influence, Bella Rita. Bella Rita, coming from California. Come on, your fun fact.
That is very exciting. I'm going to go with the fun fact since Sean is on his way to go skiing. I once lost a blind man in the Austria Alps, skiing down mountains, got a little lost. And while we were skiing down a Black Diamond, he was doing a 15-person coaching call as I got him lost on the Austria Alps. That's my fun fact for today.
That is a fun and true fact, and we lived to tell about it as we were on our way to a webinar virtually in Germany that night. Longer story for a different day. Bella, come on, let's go.
Let's go, and let me introduce that man that I did lose for a moment in the Austria Alps. The man that Tony Robbins said, there's no one who leads with more heart and more integrity than Sean Callagy. He beats world champions like Becky at body surfing competitions. He is only one of 2 attorneys to win 2 top 100 national jury verdicts between 2014 and 2016, and the only one that's blind out of 1.2 million attorneys. In fact, the state of New Jersey actually named him one of New Jersey's most influential attorneys. Maybe that's because his practice has been in business for 28 years, and they've helped more doctors recover money under the No Surprise Bill Act than any other law firm in the country. Maybe might have a little bit to do with it. He has spoken on stages such as Disney, T-Mobile, Salesforce, Tony Robbins. And when he's not busy flying around speaking on stages from Fortune 50 companies to Fortune 500 companies, he is an incredible philanthropist that has raised nearly $10 million in the last 2 years for charities. So let's welcome to the show, Mr. Sean Callagy.
Bella Rita, thank you, Laura J. Appreciate you, everybody. Warm welcome. And I'm going to go with this as my fun fact. Yes, I am a blind man that has taught sighted people to ski, surf, and scuba dive in the most extreme of conditions. And what I'm going to be doing here with my incredible son, who is 25 years young at this point, is we're going to tear it up, skiing black diamonds, moguls, all of it. And he'll be guiding me through an audio headset, and I'll be skiing the moguls by feel as he directs me from not crashing into anything besides flying over moguls. And that's what's going to be happening for the next few days. Bella Rita, that is my fun fact.
That is a super fun fact, and I have no doubt that he will be a slightly better guide than myself.
No, well, you're incredible as well, of course, Bella. And Bella has guided me through the Alps, but she did lose us in the Alps, so we'll talk about that more later. But she did a great job anyway. Kept me safe. So, Bella.
And I've only almost ran you into a tree once or twice.
Yes, that is true. Only once or twice. Sonny Bono had once, and that was it. Yes. So, Bella, who is going first?
Let's kick it off with Marquise.
Marquise. Bella is going to be anybody you want her to be as we explore the superpower of influence. She could be an ideal client. She could be a philanthropic fundraising partner. She could be somebody famous like Oprah Winfrey, Warren Buffett, anyone Marquise. But we're not talking about pitching, hooking, closing. Because I don't know about you guys, but when sophisticated heart center people come together, pitching, hooking, closing equals like yuck. But what does it look like when growth-driven heart center integrous people master come together? And yes, should happen. So Marquise, in 3 minutes, it doesn't have to be a sale. It doesn't have to be a final yes. It could just be a yes, Marquise, to a longer conversation. Who would you like Bella to be, Marquise?
I would like Bella to be a wealthy, um, widow looking to protect a disabled child.
Oh, wow, that's specific. Bella, wealthy widow looking to protect a disabled child. Please take us in.
Hello, this is Bella.
Hi, how are you doing today?
I'm doing wonderful. How about yourself?
I really can't complain. I feel like I'm living my best dreams. So happy to talk to you today.
Well, thank you so much. Thank you for calling. Laura said that you were going to be reaching out to me, and so unfortunately, I only have a few minutes right now, but I wanted to take the call and see what it was that you had to share.
Sure, sure. Well, I'm glad you took the time. A few minutes is more than we need, and we could always reconvene at another point. No big deal. But just wanted to talk to you about an opportunity to, help you enhance what you already have set up for your son. I know you have a young son that's 7 years old and has some challenges. I too have children, and and if you're like me,
Yeah, you got like a half a dozen, I heard, I think.
Yeah, I have a lot, but you know what? They keep me company. They're like all my best friends. All my friends are out working, conquering the world. So I got a lot of friends at home that I can hang out with. So
That's awesome.
Yeah, so I actually have a 7-year-old too. So I guess he's in the second grade now. You're
That's
7-year-old?
true. Yep.
Okay, that's awesome. And does he play sports? What type of stuff does he do?
He doesn't play any sports right now. He's more into like online games. He plays chess, video games, kind of into that, the virtual reality space now.
Yeah. And if you don't mind me asking, I know it might be hard to discuss sometimes. I have a 4-year-old that was recently diagnosed as autistic. So we've been working and doing all sorts of things to make sure he has the best situation possible. What type of setbacks that is your son dealing with?
Yeah, we've seen more. My husband passed away within the last couple of years, and that really has seemed to take a quite an impact on his social, not wanting to leave the house. That's where this virtual reality is becoming a thing. Much more, the anxiety in public is definitely higher, and so some things like that.
Yeah, no, I can understand definitely. And I'm like, I'm like the mother lion sometimes when it comes to my kids and protecting them when they're in public and having those issues. But at some point, and I know you're busy, we should get back together and discuss it. I would like to talk to you about what a special needs trust would look like for him, and making sure that you have that set up properly. I also, would like the opportunity to talk to you about doing an ABLE account as well. But let's try to figure out a date that we can reconvene when you have some more time, when your setting is more comfortable and you're not rushed. Mainly because it's a lot to take in, and I don't want you to feel that you're pressured to really discuss this. But I think it's important for you because it'll put you at ease. And the
Yeah.
way we work with our clients is that if you're going to have an issue long term, then we want to kind of attack it right away and really understand where those deficits lie so we can help you really protect them in the future.
That makes sense. Thank you, Marquise. I got to run right now, but reach out back out to me tomorrow and we'll get something scheduled.
Sounds good. Sounds good. Good luck and all the best.
Thank you. Thank you.
Marquise feeling that heart and congruence. Coming back with the feedbackers in a moment from Marquise. Bella, who is following up this gentleman?
Following up Marquise, we got Kelvin.
It's Kelvin?
Kelvin.
Yeah, awesome. Kelvin, please, who would you like Bella to be?
Just unmute for us, Kelvin. He's going to try to find that unmute button, which is always tricky on the phone.
You can tell I'm trying to find my unmute button, right?
Yes, this is not the first time I've seen like, wait, where is it? It's always on the phone too.
It got lost for a moment. Well, let's take it to a maybe something in my field. I would say I want Bella to be a business entrepreneur, looking to get potentially some financial guidance, and hopefully we can get the conversation going from there.
Let's go, Belle.
Let's go. Hello, this is Bella.
Oh, hi, Bella. I really appreciate you taking the time to meet with me today. I'd love to learn more about your business and financial goals so we can explore ways to support you. To start, can you tell me a little bit about what's been going well for you or your business and any challenges you're currently facing?
Yeah. I've been in business for 25 years and we have several locations across the United States. And going through COVID was a little bit rough. However, we've come back, and I think our biggest challenge right now is retaining talent at post-COVID. People just don't really seem to want to work, and so retaining clients and growing our membership levels.
Okay, well, thank you so much for sharing. And well, that's a great position you're in terms of the time you've been in business. And I know retaining talent can bring both opportunities and challenges. And when you say retaining talent, are you finding it difficult to maintain a loan tenures employees? Can you tell me, or clients, I'm sorry, can you tell me a little bit more about that?
Yeah, definitely more on the employee front. Definitely been challenged in, retaining good talent. We really want people to be in office and, they want to work from home, they want to be at home, they want more flexibility, and it's been quite the challenge.
Okay. Well, that makes sense. And I would say that many business owners I work with start in also similar places or have similar places. Now, aside from retaining that, is keeping your cash flow or expenses, would you consider that that is something crucial for you or in your business?
Absolutely, most definitely, because with the talent issue has definitely been a cash flow issue as well.
Okay. All right. Well, thank you for sharing that information. And that I would say that that's a common theme. In reality, many businesses strategically invest in the portion of their reserved and I would say low risk options or for cash flow and financial flexibility. And it's all about structuring in a way that aligns with your cash flow needs. So if we could find a way to earn more on your funds without, I would say, impacting your day-to-day operations, but at the same time being able to retain more employees, will that be something worth exploring?
It would definitely be worth exploring.
All right. Well, so that's the key. And what I'll say is, how about if we I love to set up a deeper conversation. Obviously not right at this moment, but I would love to set up a deeper conversation with one of our specialists to walk you through perhaps a tailor-made investment options or cash flow options.
So, Kevin, I've been really craving voodoo donuts. So if you can set up some voodoo donuts at your office tomorrow morning, I'll come down.
So this is what we did. Tomorrow morning, 9 a.m. sounds good for you?
Sounds good. Are you gonna have the voodoo?
I will search for it and I will look
All
for
Vanilla
right.
frosted with sprinkles. Vanilla frosted with
it.
sprinkles.
He
Calvin,
said sprinkles too. We'll
yeah.
do that.
Bella Rita, we got some snow and all falling in Lake Tahoe as we speak. Bella, where are we going?
We are going to our judges, otherwise known as feedbackers. So feedbackers, this is the time in the show that we get to give back in the form of feedback. So it's going to be 30 seconds of feedback for either Marquise or Kevlin, something that they did great, something that they could do to improve, and then like a little scoring system as to what that next step that you would like to do with them. Is that next step you'd rather go to the dentist and have a root canal than have a longer conversation with Marquise or Kevlin? I don't think that's going to be necessary today. But maybe the next step is a little mocha chocolate and a little croissant from Starbucks for a little bit longer of a meeting. But if that's not enough time, you would be willing to rent a private room at the Capitol Grill, getting the seafood tower and the nice juicy steak. Unless you're a vegan, of course, maybe you're having like salad and French fries to eat. But you're not going to skip out on dessert because you want to have the longest meeting possible. But if that's still not enough time, then maybe you would rent a private jet. Of course, pick up Laura and Jay and fly anywhere in the world with Kevlin and Marquise to have the longest meeting possible, because you can talk about a lot on a flight to Europe. So let's start with Jay. And Jay, how about your 30 seconds of feedback for Marquise, please?
Jay Levine or Jason Payan?
Jason. Payan.
Okay, just making sure.
Okay. For Kelvin, I think that your discussion was more, very professional, but you should have definitely touched a little bit more on yourself and made it a little more emotional, contact with Bella, in my personal opinion. But you were to the point. You got the message across. You talked about what you wanted to do, but it was all focused. It was all business. And my personal experience from doing business with some of my clients that are multi-billionaires, and some of my smaller clients that are millionaires. It doesn't matter who they are. They always want to talk about themselves. They always want to talk about you and get to know you better. So I think spend a little bit more time on the emotional connection and you'll do a lot better.
Yeah. Nice job, Jay. Appreciate it. Dudes work with millionaires and billionaires. Bella Rita, where are we going?
Millionaires and billionaires. Let's go. John, how about your 30 seconds of feedback for Marquise, please? Just unmute for us, John. And just don't call him the wrong name. There we go.
Got it. I think Marquise did an enviable job of establishing rapport, which I think is very important, and I think will be memorable for your next meeting. But I think you also did a very good job of closing on a next step, which those two things are, I feel, very important in building relationships and sales.
Cool. Thank you for that, John. And we'll follow up step, a cup of coffee to have with Marquise, maybe a dinner, something longer. What would the next step be?
For an investment like that, definitely would be open to doing dinner.
Let's go. Maybe we'll Capitol Grill, Bella Rita. Got John. Let's go.
A little Capitol Grill. Let's go. Taylor, how about your 30 seconds of feedback for Kevlin, please? Kelvin.
Oh, well, I would say he did pretty well in terms of like speaking to the client. He was very professional. He had a very friendly demeanor. When I usually try to speak to the physicians that I reach out to, because I recruit physicians, I usually just try to be personable. Sometimes I just look into more information about the person. Like I might search their LinkedIn, or I might search like a social media page, or just like education or something like that, just to get a little more background information before speaking to them. So if I had to make a suggestion, I'd say probably do a little research on the client or the customer you're speaking to. So maybe you can I guess lightly slip into the conversation something that they might relate to or like. So you can close the sale, or maybe make a meeting or set up an appointment a lot quicker with them. That's the only suggestion I'd probably make.
Taylor coming from the shadows of great adventure. Bella Rita, King Daka is present. Come on.
King Daka is present. I might know a thing or two about that. Let's go. John, how about your 30 seconds of feedback for Marquise?
I think Marquise did
Oh, sorry. Other John, which?
I'm sorry.
Oh, yes. Sorry, John Smith. That's my fault. John
Sorry.
Smith.
No, it's all right. I think Marquise did a great job with kind of connecting on a personal front with the client as well, explaining his personal situation, working with Bella's situation there as well, kind of getting on a more personal level there. And then also, talk intelligently about, what kind of needs she might need to, be met by Marquise. And then ultimately closing on that, deal and getting her, to agree to a follow-up meeting with him. So I thought he did a great job there.
Nice. It is the day of J's, John. We got John J, John J, JJ, John John. Got four J to the fourth power, Rita. Come on.
Let's go. It is definitely, and you remember them all, I'm sure. Next up, we got Laura Saklari. Laura, how about your 30 seconds of feedback for Kelvin, please?
Kelvin, I liked the way that you started off the conversation with a question. You asked, wasn't lost on me that you asked what was going well with their business, and then also you didn't say what the pain point is, but you asked what maybe wasn't going as well. I think that's a good way to try and establish emotional rapport. I know you only had 3 minutes, but I would probably go even deeper into that so that you really get to the place where they need you, and then you can kind of be the hero to offer the solution.
Awesome.
So nice job.
Yeah, very nice job, Laura. And follow-up step will be a cup of coffee, seafood tower, perhaps a trip to Tahoe. What do you got?
I'd say the seafood tower. We'll go to the Capitol Grill.
Nice. Seafood stacking, Bella. Come on!
Seafood is stacking, and last but not least, we got Jay Levine. Jay Levine, how about your 30 seconds of feedback for Marquise, please?
Yes, I just want to acknowledge both too. Great job. I mean, just great job stepping in. So, Marquise, what I noticed most about you was your ability to transfer energy and have it be congruent with your body language, your tonality, the words you were using. It felt congruent with your mission, with your vision. And you didn't say it, but I heard it and I felt it. You didn't. You had amazing time integrity at the end. I felt your presence to the clock, and then yet you wrapped it up nicely and didn't make it feel rushed. And one optimization I'd have is there was a little bit of guessing, but you really kind of saved that with relatability to Bella's story. So I would say from here, we're definitely going to the Capitol Grill. Sean, you just let me know how to book that and I'm in.
Let's rock and roll, Jay Levine and Jay, Laura. Y'all know what time it is. It's the time that Bella Rita gets payback. People, this is not in my contract. We got some attorneys here at Marquise. I need some representation. Not in my contract. They make me do this. Jay, please do not go to the dark side with Bella Rita or Laura. But Bella, over to you.
Yes, it is definitely payback because I'm being left out of the ski trip this trip, Jay and Laura, because it's like, boys only trip this trip. So we got some scenarios. Jay, Laura, as you guys know, this is the time in the show that I get to put my co-host on the hot seat in a scenario that he has no idea about because I've been cooking them up as the show has been going on. Ultimately, Laura, Jay, you guys get to choose what scenario that we go with. You can change anything about my scenarios, or you can come up with something much, much harder on your own. Might have a difficult time today, but are you ready for what I got? All right. So option number one is I thought Sean could play Taylor, going from Hello to Yes with Dr. Rankin Rayab, who is a board-certified neurosurgeon and has been a top doctor since 2013. And Sean would role play Taylor, going from Hello to Yes with this doctor to rent a private jet to take her to Alaska so that they can talk about him joining the Northeastern Medical Society of New Jersey. So yes, he would be renting the private jet. He would be taking her to Alaska for her to enroll him into the medical society. So that is option number one. Option number two is Sean would role play Marquise, going from Hello to Yes with Colin Farrell, whose actor son James was diagnosed with Angelman syndrome. So that would be option number two. Sean would play Marquise, going from Hello to Yes with Colin Farrell. And then option number three is I was reading that Village Plastic Surgery in Ridgewood had some little issues because they violated some HIPAA laws. And so they might need some banking help to get themselves back on their feet. And so option number 3 is Sean would role play Kevlin, going from hello to yes with the office manager or the doctor of Village Plastic Surgery to have them come into the bank and have them do some banking and support them in their financial issues. So those are the 3 options I got for you today, Laura J. Any of those tickle your fancy? Or Jay, do you have something much harder, like, making the Pope eat a cheeseburger or something?
No, so I'm going to leave this up to Laura. I know Laura and I had a little colluding, and number 1 feels like it might be the right route. But Laura, I'm going to kick it over to you for your guidance.
Yeah, I like scenario 1. Jay and I are just debating who should play the doctor.
Ooh.
I feel like John. My suggestion here is John Rossi seems to listen. The mic he unmiked real quick. Anytime you say the word John, he's ready to go. So that makes me feel like
John,
John
are you
is the
ready?
doctor.
John, are you up for playing Dr. Rayab? Oh, just unmute for us.
John Rossi.
John Rossi, would you like to unmute?
There we go. Plastic surgeon? Yeah, I hit it twice. Plastic surgeon, you said he is?
It's a plastic surgeon. Yes, sir.
He's a neurosurgeon. Right?
Yeah, I don't think
Neurosurgeon, yes.
Yeah.
All right.
You up for it, John?
I don't know if we have audio issues. Are you up for it, John? Can you hear us?
Yeah.
Okay.
I heard.
Yeah. John, I think we got some audio issues.
Okay,
Jay,
give it a
Laura,
shot.
Why don't we could have Taylor play the neurosurgeon.
Cool. Taylor,
Okay.
you up for this?
Yeah, I guess so.
All right. So, hello, is Dr. Rayab available?
This is she.
Hey, Dr. Rayab, this is Taylor. We have a 3-minute conversation scheduled for today. Is it still a good time for you?
Yes, it's still a good time.
Hey, listen, I'm super grateful for the opportunity to have a conversation. I know that you know who you are. I just want you to know I know who you are and how precious your time is. So I don't want to waste it by pitching you something. So, Dr. Rayab, if I may ask, I know you're highly in demand. This is kind of a bizarre conversation we're about to have, but what prompted you to even accept this conversation in the first place with little old me? And I'm grateful. Please, Dr. Rayab.
Well, I've heard many things about your society and the advocate support you do. And you give a lot of your members many networking opportunities and support, kind of like a union for the doctors. So I just wanted to learn more about what specifically you can do for me.
Awesome. Well, I'm super grateful for that, Dr. Rayab. And if I could ask this, you've had an incredible amount of success and you're still driving forward in the profession. It's a complicated world of the time of the No Surprises Act, in network, out of the network, all the things. But what's the ultimate why behind your continuing to move forward, Dr. Rayab? Why do you do what you do? What are you looking for? What's the ultimate mission, vision, purpose? Please, Dr. Rayab.
Well, I love my patients. My ultimate mission is just to ensure that my patients and everyone I can encounter and work with can just get the best care and best treatment. That's my goal in life. That's my mission, to ensure that my patients can get the best care either through legislation or other forms of work. But that's what I've heard of with your society. If you can tell me more about that, it would be great.
And I'm happy to, but if I could wave a magic wand and create any legislation, any benefit from our organization association that would serve you and your like genie in the bottle-ness of things, Dr. Rayab, what would that be for you?
Well, I'd say assistance with insurance companies. I've had issues where they don't want to pay me for my services, and this can also cause issues with patients because they might battle with insurers over getting coverage for certain treatments. Like a patient may need a CAT scan and they need their insurance company to cover the cost of it. It might be something they need urgently, and being stalled or delayed on scans or other treatments or medications they may need due to issues with insurance is a huge issue that we face.
Well, thank you for that, Dr. Rayab. Appreciate it. Understood. Want to serve patients, get rid of the bureaucracy, don't see patients suffering in the insurance battle. Am I hearing you correctly?
Yes.
Yeah. So then our final minute or so, can I now answer a couple of those questions or share a couple of things about the society?
Yes, you can.
Yeah. So Dr. Rayab, what we're stand for is what you said. we believe that there is a war on not only healthcare, but particularly a war on spinal surgeons, neurosurgeons, people that are out there at the highest edges of the profession who we want drawn to the profession. We want people to want their children to become physicians and to become the pinnacle of it, which is what you, sir, are, and the people that we work with. So what we've done of late is continue to create strategic partnerships with brilliant people to solve all kinds of problems. And certainly one of those problems is how to ensure that patients don't get upset with you and are outside the reimbursement battle. This is the No Surprises Act is at least one of the pathways that is serving that. We have education, but not only education, because education without implementation is quite irrelevant. But how do you learn what to do, Dr. Rayam? How do you literally train and condition your staff in these areas? And how do you find it so you can manage and implement it regularly and consistently so that you have all the things you want? This is what our association is a stand for in the world. So I have a crazy thought, super crazy thought. We have this blind attorney. They're the top in the country at not only training physicians nationally and working with the legislature, but in philanthropic fundraising, collecting money under the No Surprises Act. And they've planned this crazy trip with me because I want to see every state in the country to Alaska to take neurosurgeons to learn how to raise more money philanthropically, to collect more money for their practice, and what to do with it to make the world an even greater place. And P.S., this guy, he's super connected to the people that have passed the act. They're in Washington, they're having conversations. He's even a mastermind with Dr. Oz, who's beginning to run Medicare. It's like crazy. And we created this relationship for physicians like you. Now, maybe you're not ready to go to Alaska, understood, but all I'm simply proposing right now, Dr. Rayab, is a 30-minute conversation. So all these relatively bold claims that I'm making could be backed up in a PowerPoint factually. So Dr. Rayab, I'm so grateful for the time we spent today. Happy to answer any other questions. But my simple proposal is, how would it resonate with you or not to have a 30-minute conversation with me, live, Zoom, or more, whatever serves you, so we can answer every question to demonstrate to you why we should be doing more things together. Please, Dr. Rayab.
Well, I do have a very busy schedule and do have to be in the OR pretty soon. So I might want to consider a possible quick meeting, maybe fewer than 30 minutes, because I do have a very busy schedule and a lot of patients to see. I suppose maybe I'm available sometime in the evening if you wanted to do a follow-up on this.
When I set that up, thank you, Dr. Rayab, and I want to get you off to your patients for sure. And shall I set that up with your assistant, Tom, that set up this meeting for today?
Yes, thank you.
Yeah, Dr. Rayab, have a blessed day. Thank you for everything you do for people. And I look forward to continuing our conversation. Thank you.
Thank you.
Taylor, great job as Dr. Rayab. How'd I do, please, Taylor, as you having a conversation with this fine gentleman?
Pretty good. Pretty good. I'd say you did a good job. You made it quick because, as we know, surgeons can be very particular and they have a lot going on. So they might be saying, "Oh, I have to jump off. I have to jump off." So you didn't like go on for too long a period with that, which is kind of one of the more important things. It's kind of like an elevator pitch. Sometimes when you're speaking to doctors, you have to go through it quickly. And they'll say, "Okay, send me the information," or "Okay, just send me the link for a meeting and we'll follow up." You have to like say it quick enough in order to impress them and get them interested in just having the meeting with you. So sure. I'd say that's kind of like the main thing to focus on when you're dealing with physicians or trying to recruit them. But you did pretty good.
Yeah, and obviously doing a great job of that, Taylor. Thank you so much for being here. And what if any relationship do you have with Six Flags Great Adventure since you're in Jackson?
I actually worked there when I was a teenager, so that is a relationship with it. Yes.
Favorite ride of all time?
I did like El Toro and King Ka. Unfortunately, King Ka was knocked down the other day. They're getting rid of it.
What?
It's actually, yeah, it sounded like a bomb going off. I'm like right by the park.
That's why I thought you said it, Sean.
Taylor, Bella went on King Ka the day before she had cancer surgery. I'm serious, like I'm emotional. Like that was her, like before going in for it, we went and did King Ka. I mean, oh my God. So and what are they gonna put there instead?
I have no clue. They just knocked it over.
Another ride dedicated to Bella.
Maybe.
I like this. That's a scenario for a future HOI.
Wow, I love
That is so sad. That hit my heart too.
Well, Taylor, thanks so much for being here today. And how was your time on Jay and Laura's Heart of Influence, Taylor?
Fantastic.
Yeah, great job. Thank you. Marquise, loving coming from Hudson County. I was born there at Margaret Haig Hospital. Eddie the Fa Ford, a legendary figure, the Hurleys, all people that have had profound impact on my life quite directly. Thank you for being here today and all you do for people. Marquise, how was your time today on Laura and Jay's Heart of Influence?
Amazing. Really, I'm glad I came open-minded and very much looking forward to just new experiences. You're from Jersey City, and you know Mr. Hurley, and all these people I know very well. And I'm just happy to be here. I'm glad I made the decision to show up.
So Bob Hurley Sr. is married to my Bob Hurley Sr.'s brother is married to my business partner's sister.
Wow.
Yeah. And Eddie Ford, one of the best friends of Bob Hurley Sr.
The Fa.
The Fa. Oh my God.
He wrote the first article ever about me as a football player in high school.
All right, I'm gonna start crying in 2 seconds.
Oh my gosh.
So I just paid, not paid. I gifted $5,000 to have the book written about the Fa distributed to public high schools in Jersey City.
That's amazing. He is a legend.
Eddie Ford is the reason I played baseball at Columbia University. Eddie Ford, and I became captain. I was a 4-year Division I starter. He saw me as a diamond in the rough, and he was a huge advocate. I played baseball with Mike Carlson, Willie Banks from St. Anthony's.
Oh my gosh.
And the Fa had the biggest impact Marquise you could possibly.
Can I tell one quick story? I don't want to belabor the time.
Go, yeah.
I played basketball and football growing up. Mr. Hurley came to me because I was gonna go to St. Anthony's like everybody else.
Yeah.
He said, Marquise, we love you, but you're not gonna play. Go to St. Peter's Prep. I went to St. Peter's Prep. I started varsity all 4 years as a basketball player, and I played football at UPenn. It was the best advice somebody ever gave me in my life.
I'm sorry, everybody. We never do. Dude, this is like, I don't even know what to say. So I created a club baseball called the Fa Phoenix, named after the Fa that my son Tyler is now 25, number 2 in his class at Seton Hall Law School that I'm here at top
my gosh.
Right. That was the name of the team. We traveled the country, winning tournaments all over the place. Number 1. Number 2, oh my God. I went to Columbia. I played against Doug Glanville from UPenn, who beat me out for Ivy League Rookie of the Year, my freshman year. So I have like these intersections are completely, totally insane. What year did you graduate from UPenn?
2001.
All right, so you're definitely a lot younger than me. You're 13 years younger than me. No, I'm sorry, 9 years younger than me. 9 years younger than me. And yeah, I played with Doug Glanville, who went on to play for the Phillies. Listen, we've gone too far, too long.
Yep. Sorry, amazing experience.
Thank you for everything. The Fa. I'm not anywhere. This show does not exist without Eddie Ford, the Fa.
Oh my, that is amazing.
Yeah. So thank you, brother, for that.
Thank you.
Marquise is in the house, Bella and Kelvin. Thank you for being here side by side with Marquise, kicking us off in that participant seat. Never an easy place to be. Did an outstanding job. Kelvin, how was your time here today?
I will say, Sean, very insightful. I mean, I want to echo what Marquise just said. I mean, I'm just glad that I was able to be part of this. Didn't know what to expect as I was coming. I know that there was some great preparations, and I'll tell you that this opportunity, and I want to thank Jay here publicly for him being an advocate for this. I mean, it's a great experience just be able to connect with other people out there, put myself out there as I continue to grow in my career and as a professional and on a personal level. I mean, I know you were just sharing being from Hudson County, Jersey City. Just a little bit also another fun fact. I just joined Hudson County for the first time in banking. We just established a new branch location in Union City, not too far from Jersey City. So been here serving the community and loving it each and every minute.
Awesome job, Kelvin. Thank you. Hudson County in the house for sure. I live in Bergen now. My family, my roots, my ties, all of them. My Uncle Jimmy went to St. Peter's Prep and College. There's a building named after Michael James Victor Bastek at St. Peter's College. Love it. Tears coming to the eyes. Kelvin, thank you. Bella, we got some other extraordinary humans that Laura and Jay
We
brought.
definitely, I am feeling the thread here today, and we definitely have some extraordinary humans. And let's go with our actor of the crew, hanging out with Robert De Niro. Jay, how was your time with us on The Heart of Influence?
It was a good time. It's always good to meet new people and from different industries. I spend most of my time with building materials, geeks and owners, and developers, and architects and engineers most of the time, and then the rest of the time I'm spending time with MIT guys and scientists, and it's always interesting to meet other people besides them. So it was a pleasure.
Pleasure to have you here. Bella does call me a geek a lot, Jay. So you're with the right people. Awesome.
Yeah,
Bella, come on.
That is very true. Let's go to Mr. John Rossi. Thank you for being here today. And how was your time with us on The Heart of Influence?
I think it was a great opportunity to meet people with very different backgrounds and some similarities. I always try to see the similarities and things. So it's interesting to see how other people go about things and building relationships.
Awesome.
When it's
John,
different, because sometimes you can pick up more things.
Awesome. We thank you, John. Got a little bit of audio.
That's it.
Yep.
You can pick up more things when you see the differences.
Amen. Love that. No doubt about it, John. Thank you for being here today. Bella?
And let's go with our girl dad, John of the house. John, how was your time with us on The Heart of Influence?
It was a great event. I appreciate being, the opportunity to join today. Didn't know what to expect when I first was asked to jump in here, but great to meet different people from different industries. I'm usually working with finance folks on a day-to-day basis, or attorneys. So good to see meet different people from different areas. So I really appreciate the opportunity to be here today.
Thank you, John. Wonderful job. And does that bring us to the people, G. Levine and Laura Siclari, that created this day today, Belvrita?
It does bring us to those people.
Are we missing Taylor? Do we do Taylor?
Yes, we did.
Yeah, we started with Taylor.
Yeah, we did.
Yes. So G. Levine, thank you for causing this with Laura. Heart-centered, growth-driven folk. Jay, your final.
Yeah, I mean, we do this pretty often, and it never seems to amaze me what goes on in these rooms. And I want to thank Laura for being an incredible partner and putting together these incredible people. And I also just want to say, in Fun Energy, Marquise, I told you, I knew this was going to happen when you guys started to speak, and I saved all the information for you to share with Marquise. But there's a lot we can all do together. And what I did hear from people was about people. It's great to meet people with different backgrounds, but let's be super and hyper present to the fact that we're all looking for the same thing, and we might just be all looking for the same types of avatars, and maybe could work together more than we thought. So I'm with John on that, where we are looking to see how we work together, not how we're different.
Amen.
Thank
you, Jay Levine. Laura Siclari.
Same thing. I, do this show, monthly usually, and it's always a different group of people. I love how everybody brings together their different experiences, their influence, and there's definitely a lot more we can all do together. Thank you, Sean, for always modeling, influence for us and showing us the growth trajectory.
Awesome. And Laura and Jay are people you want to know, everybody. Definitely have some conversations with these folks and each other, of course. Because of Laura and Jay, and thanks to all of you for being here today, couple quick gifts. First, our group influence book, nothing like it in the world. Group influence, the ability to lead, manage, and public speak. Nothing more powerful. It's what controls the nuclear weapons of the planet, the dollars of the planet. It controls everything on the planet. But what if we could do it with integrity and the greatest degree of mastery imaginable? That's what that book is. I assure you that's the study of my life for the last 28 years. And we got the street cred behind it to prove it. So read that book if you want to create more. And second, tonight we have a webinar for the lawyers, accountants, and financial service providers here in finance. legal accounting, triangle of trust. How do you build, grow, scale, do the things? That's going on tonight. So warm welcome to you on that. And in final, we have an acceleration session for you, a practice acceleration, a business acceleration, and called a mission acceleration session that will be jaw-dropping, awe-inspiring, and practically, tangibly, mind-blowingly useful. So if you want more, you want to grow financially, you want to grow in your time, freedom, duplication, scaling, you want to grow your impact overall, accept those gifts, and they'll be there for you. Bella Vrita, your final.
Absolutely phenomenal job. Everyone definitely connect with each other because that's why Laura and Jay invited you here. So definitely connect with each other. The webinar tonight is going to be off the chain in my my language. Absolutely phenomenal. So if that's something you're looking to grow, definitely check that out. And Sean, I think you covered it all. So thank you all for being here, and back to you.
Yeah, listen, as we sit in the shadows of where Michael Corleone had his compound and The Godfather 2, which, by the way, is something Tyler and I were joking about earlier today, which would be non-integrous influence, and we consider the reality, the possibility of causing more in the world, we end every show by saying this. I may be physically blind, which I am, but I'm absolutely certain that the possibilities for acceleration that all of us are looking for in what we're up to in the world so often sit right in front of each and every one of us. But with those possibilities sitting right here, Bella, the challenge is that at some level we are all blind.
And just learning to see. Bye-bye, everyone.
Bye-bye, Rick. Laura, Jay, awesome job. Thanks, everybody. Have a blessed one. Thank you.
Bye.
Thank you.